So hello everyone, I am Dr. Abhyuday Mishra BNYS. Today I welcome you all on the channel Integrated Pathy. So today my topic is Ashtanga Yoga. So I welcome you all on this platform. So I will start my topic Ashtanga Yoga. First of all, what is yoga? An ancient system of practices used to balance the mind and body through exercise, meditation, focusing thoughts, and control of breathing and emotions. An introduction to Ashtanga Yoga. Yam Niyam Asan Pranayam Pratyahar Dharana Dhyan Samadhiyo Ashto Angani. This sutra was taken by Yoga Darshan book, which was written by Maharshi Patanjali. Ashtanga Yoga is given by the great sage Maharshi Patanjali. Ashtanga Yoga is the 8-limb path of conscious living and spiritual practice that guides one towards self-knowledge, liberation and cessation of personal suffering. It is presented in the Yoga Sutras, which was compiled around 200 BCE by the sage Patanjali. The 8 limbs are Yam, Niyam, Asan, Pranayam, Pratyahar, Dhyana, Dhyan, Samadhi. First of all, we will discuss about Yama. The first limb, Yam, refers to woe, discipline or practices that are primarily concerned with the world around us and our interaction with it. While the practice of yoga can indeed increase physical strength and flexibility and aid in calming the mind, what's the point if we are still rigid, weak and stressed out in day-to-day life? There are 5 yamas. Ahimsa means non-violence. Satya means truthfulness. Astya, non-stealing. Brahmacharya, right use of energy. And aparigraha means non-greed or non-hoarding. The sutra Ahimsa, Satya, Brahmacharya, Aparigraha, Yama. Yoga is a practice of transforming and benefiting every aspect of life, not just the 60 minutes spent on a rubber mat. If we can learn to be kind, truthful and use our energy in a worthwhile way, we will not only benefit ourselves with our practice, but everything and everyone around us. Now Niyam. The second limb, Niyam, usually refers to duties directed towards ourselves, but can also be considered with our actions towards the outside world. The prefix ni is a Sanskrit verb which means inward or within. There are 5 niyamas. First of all, Soch means cleanliness. Second, Santosh, contentment. Tapa, discipline or burning desire or conversely burning of desire. Swadhyay, self-study or self-reflection and study of a spiritual text. And last, Ishwar Pradhan, surrender to a higher power. The sutra is Soch, Santosh, Tapah, Swadhyay, Ishwar Pradhanani Niyamah. Niyama are traditionally practiced by those who wish to travel further along the yogic path and are intended to build character. Interestingly, the niyama closely relate to the koshas or sheaths or layers, leading from the physical body to essence within. As you all notice, when we work with the niyam from Soch to Ishwar Pradhan, we are guided from the grossest aspect of ourselves to the truth deep within. Now, the third, asana. The physical aspect of yoga is the third step on the path to freedom, and if we are being honest, the word asana here doesn't refer to the ability to perform a handstand or an aesthetically impressive back bend. It means seat. Specifically, the seat you would take for the practice of meditation. The only alignment instructions Patanjali gives for the asana is Sthira Sukham Asana. The posture should be steady and comfortable. The sutra is Sthir Sukham Asana. While traditionally texts like the Hatha Yoga Pradipika list many postures such as Padmasana, which is also known as lotus pose, and Virasana, hero pose, suitable for meditation. These asanas are suitable for meditation. This text also tells us that the most important posture is, in fact, Sthira Sukham Asana, meaning a posture the practitioner can hold comfortably and motionless. Now, this is this asana known as hero pose, and this is a lotus pose or Padmasana. Now, pranayam. The word pran refers to energy or life source. It can be used to describe the very essence that keep us alive, as well as the energy in the universe around us. Pran also often describes the breath, and by working with the way we breathe, we affect the mind in a very real way. Perhaps one of the most fascinating things about pranayam is the fact that it can mean two totally different things, which may lead us in totally different directions at this point on the path to freedom. The sutra is Tasmin Sati Shwas Prasva Sayorg Atvichedah Pranayam. Pranayam can be understood as either pranayam, which would mean breathe control or breathe restraint, or it could be understood as pranayam, which would translate as freedom of breath, breath expansion or breath liberation. The physical act of working with different breathing techniques alters the mind in a myriad of ways. We can choose calming practices like Chandrabhedi, moon-piercing breath, or more stimulating techniques such as Kapalabhati, signing skull-cleansing breath. Each way of breathing will change our state of being, but it's up to us as to whether we perceive this as controlling the way we feel or freeing ourselves from the habitual way our mind may usually be. Now we will discuss about pratyahar. Swa-vishay samprayoge chitta swarup anukar ivendriyanam pratyahar. This is the sutra for pratyahar. Pratya means to withdraw, draw in or draw back. And the second part, ahar, refers to anything we take in by ourselves, such as the various sights, sounds and smells our senses take in continuously. When sitting for a formal meditation practice, this is likely to be the first thing we do when we think we are meditating. We focus on drawing in. The practice of drawing inward may include focusing on the way we are breathing. So this limb would relate directly to the practice of pranayam too. Now dharana, desbandhas chittasya dharana. Dharana means focused concentration. Dha means holding or maintaining, and na means other or something else. Closely linked to the previous two limbs, dharana and pratyahar are essential parts of the same aspect. In order to focus on something, the senses must withdraw so that all attention is put on that point of concentration. And in order to draw our senses in, we must focus and concentrate intently. Tratak, candle gazing, visualization and focusing on the breath are all practices of dharana, and this stage many of us get to when we think we are meditating. Now dhyan. Tatra pratek tanta dhyanam. Dhyan literally means contemplation, reflection and profound abstract meditation. Dhyan is integrally related to dharana. One leads to other. Dharana is a state of mind, dhyan the process of mind. Dhyan is a distinct form, dharana, in that the meditator becomes actively engaged with its focus. Patanjali defines contemplation dhyana as the mind process, where the mind is fixed on something and then there is a course of uniform modification of knowledge. Now samadhi. Tadev arth matra nirbhasam swarupa shonyama samadhi. Finally, samadhi is enlightenment. The journey of the eighth limb of yoga is meant to take us from doingness to beingness. Once we have mastered all the former steps in the sutras, we are able to accomplish the most important facet of life that propels our spiritual journey forward, the ability to stay in the present moment indefinitely. This does not mean that yogis are meant to stay stagnant, not active. However, yogis who have reached samadhi are detached from the past and future. When they perform an action, they do not dwell on the outcome. All is done with love and all is done with full presence. Thank you. That's all for the Ashtanga Yoga.